Wanted to share with you today a cautionary tale about implementing technology to automate a process without thinking about how that process is actually impacting people. Now, this can be used for normal technology or it can be used for AI. The lesson is the same. In this case, it is an AI lesson. A couple of weeks ago, I got approached by a company, sent me an email out of the blue saying, hey, we're looking at entering the ANZ market, the Australian New Zealand market. We don't have anyone here and we think you'd be a really good fit for the role. So I said, yeah, no problems. I provided them some information and then they got back to me about a day later saying, hey, great, we would like you to be interviewed by our AI interview bot. I'd never been interviewed by an AI bot before, so I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. What can be the worst that can happen? The AI interview took about 45 minutes and it basically was a list of pre-scripted questions that the AI bot asked me and just listened to my answers. At the end of the 45 minutes, it said, thank you very much. There was no opportunity for me to ask it any questions at all. And that was the end of the process. About a day later, I got an email saying, we've decided to go ahead with other people. Now, this really annoyed me because one, an interview should be a two-way street. It's a chance for me to ask information and to share information. The worst thing that should happen with an interview is I should learn something about you and your company and your product, okay? But also, I'm willing to invest some time in this process. You should be willing to invest some time in this process. So I invested 2 to 3 hours in this process. The company with the AI bot invested 0 in the process. The AI bot did the whole thing. Lastly, when I'm interviewed face-to-face with somebody and I provide an answer, they may be able to get the gist of the answer, but they don't record the answer like an AI bot would do. So that annoyed me as well, that maybe my answers are going to be recorded and actually used to formulate a strategy of how to enter the Australian market without actually employing anybody. So, okay, I was a little disappointed. And then I got to thinking about this. If you've interviewed, say, 8 people for a role and you're going to take 2 people forward, it means that you've interviewed 6 people who've only interacted with your AI bot. So 6 people times 1 hour times $100 an hour, which is the average Australian rate in Australia, means you probably saved yourself $600 to $700. But what's the impact? Well, think about those 6 people. Those 6 people have invested time, energy, effort into your company and they've got nothing in return. So you've saved $700, $800, but what you've ended up with is 6 people who work in the industry, who are actually actively out there every day working in that industry, who are now detractors from your company. So for saving $700, you've now got 6 experts out there bad-mouthing your company, doing everything they can to make sure you fail. Is it a worthwhile saving? I don't think so.